Hello and welcome back. Steel Pinnings here, back again. And today I have, a little project I was working on. And without just babbling, we're gonna see if we can pan down to it. We see here we have a Ruko 2. Beautiful little black green stripe Ruko 2. It came to me with this core in it. And I had a 6-pin core, and the center of it, the core of the actual housing. I'm sorry, I've got it in this box over here. Pull it out. I want to show y'all exactly what happened here. And anyhow, there we go. As you can see, it had a screwdriver attack done to it. Split the core there, back into here. Anyhow, because the side pins wouldn't fit it work in it anymore. It was foobar, for lack of a better term. And I had another core, but it wasn't the same style, tail end on it, so it didn't really fit into the housing. The housing it had, where it fit, was a 6-pin housing. This is a 5-pin housing, hence a 5-pin lock. I wound up taking and modifying the core itself to take a 6-pin housing that I had pinned up for it, and I came up with the Assa Twin 6000 core, and it works beautifully now. And I was going to take it out and pick it in the vise, just the core, and then put it in the Padlock itself and pick it again and see and judge what kind of difference I could tell, if there was, from the actual lock itself being a factor or not. And quite frankly, as you can see from the bitting as well, I pinned this thing up quite nasty, and I've had the hardest time getting into it. And I guess I should have known better, especially since I was planning on, doing something like this with it, picking it once and then picking it again. So, I'm going to try and do it with this one, which is no nicer of a core, honestly. It's not a twin, so we should be able to get into it. Fairly simple, as well as 5-pin. The problem is, this one was pinned by a friend of mine, and he made it kind of nastier than normal, and then I went out and added a Assa pin to it and another home cut pin, so it's almost a challenge lock now. So it's definitely up there in this one's degree, maybe not quite as bad. Well, probably not quite as bad. Anyhow, I figure this one here will be a little bit quicker of a video, as I've only got about 10 minutes of video on this particular memory. So, let's vice this one up and see if we can get into it with any kind of precision. Alright? Works beautifully. And I'm going to use the DeForest diamond from the Praxis set in 23,000, and a homemade tensioner from an Allen wrench. And we're going to start in the back of the lock, and that is the first binder, number 5. So let's see what we can get out of this. Give a little push. There we go. A little bitty feather bounce on it to make sure it's set. Next one. Got it. Alright, that was only a tiny little bit. It feels like it wants to move again, but I'm betting that's that Assa pin and it's going to overset. I don't remember which one it was, but I remember one of them's an Assa pen. That one there felt about the same way. Maybe I put 2 in it, right? Keep feeling around for another one. Move my way up. Back to the back. Heard something drop. I am quite positive I overset the hell out of that. We're going to try again. Back to the back. Number 5. Four. 3 feels set. 2. Did it again. There we go. That was number 2. There's number 1. Got feedback from it. This has got to be a high one. I think I overdid it. Heavens. Thing just does not want to set, does it? I'll run through it again. See if we can get it this time. Yeah, I overset it. It's real easy to overset, that's for sure. Well, I heard all that drop, didn't we? which one dropped. Apparently several of them, right? Try that again. There we go. Finally. Jesus. Alright. And you know what? That went overtime, so you know I'm going to run out of time. It's already flashing at me too. Son of a gun. Anyhow, y'all have to trust me that I picked this one, but I'm going to have to come right back with another click from it, so apologize. I will be right back. Okay guys, sorry about that. So, now we're going to grab a pinning tray. Let's just grab this one here. Sparrow's little flyby. And get this thing taken apart real quick. Need a bigger screwdriver. Here's a big one. Blink. Bits and pieces. Well, pooters. Alright. That'll have to work. So, sorry about that, guys. Get in my drawer here. I've got my little homemade brass one. This one here works great as a self-holder. If anybody wants the kind of core idea of it there. Let's see if I can use this here and get it out there. I'm gonna get this little slide pin out of there. And of course we'll need the key. Oh no, it's still picked, so we won't need the key. Make sure it's right. There. Give her the old heave-ho. Alright, there's the pin work. Let me see, the core is standard 500 core. Look at these pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them standard. Pretty little core. Let's see what's up top now, right? And my tweezies. Number 1 is a pretty good standard spool. 2 is an Assa spool. Oh, way out of spark there, I'm sorry. Number 3 is the standard spool. 4 is standard spool. Yeah, I told you I didn't remember what the hell was in here. And 5 flew out the back. The key pin. All the springs look the same too. Yeah, that's an oil key pin. Huh. Okay, so we got an Assa spool and a bunch of standard spools of different diameter. All right, so that's what's inside of it. So now we know. We'll get a closer look of them here. Nothing spectacular. I guess that's why it wasn't too hard. The Assa pin in an Assa lock, man, it's very precise. We all know that. And just the precise working it all together, really. A great little lock. Pretty little thing. I love them little snowman cores, you know. But anyhow, I will put this thing here back together. Pop back up with y'all. And we'll pop it into this here padlock and try and pick it again. Alright, back now. I've got it back together here, but I wanted to take this one here out and show y'all what I did to that core. No. Come out. this is the twin core. Beautiful little twin core. I had to take about this much off of it, as you can tell. This is the core that was in it. It went back to there. That gives quite a bit of play. Sorry about that. Gives quite a bit of play. So it would have had to have come back to there. I had to take all that off and take and notch that out for this to fit. And in doing so, I got it to work. And it works and it fits in here just perfectly. So a hell of an upgrade now, of course. But let's see how this one fares in there. It doesn't have a screw-in part that doesn't go on it like that. There we go. Screw in it. Yeah, let's screw it that way, right? Now, we're going to have to use the key. I'm going to have to screw it all the way in. There we go. Aren't you turning? Something's in the way here. Be this doodad. There. I had it on backwards. See here? If this thing is on this way, oh son of a... Just trying to show y'all a little something there. The H bar goes in down. And if this goes on this way, it can turn to the right. If we mess up and put it on like I did this way, it won't turn right. It only turns left then. So it's a limiter that I have on backwards. And I'm trying to do all this through the friggin' camera lens, which I'm not very good at. There it is backwards again. Back over. Okay. Now, got it on there right. Now we should be able to stick it into the padlock. There. Screws in it. Screw it down. And bammo. Works the lock beautifully. Okay, so now I'm going to take this one. Push it over there. Screwdriver there. And bring out the old vise. Plop it into the vise. There we go. I use the same tension wrench. The same pick. And we'll just go in and see. I might have to pull it away a little bit there. Alright. See what we got here. I want to say I'm not feeling as much. There we go. Now, in that number one pin to set without oversetting everything or dropping everything. Haha! There it goes. Ah, that worked. Alright, so it was much, much faster, and I don't want to say easier, but it could have been a fluke. let's see. Let's see if we can do it again. If it was just, if we can get it just, hey, it should be even quicker now, right? All the way to the back. Feel around for that number 5. There she is. This time I'll add more pressure on the tension wrench, and I'm going to see if we can pop them. There's one. Well, it sure seems like it, huh? There you go. Now number 1 again. And there she goes. So, I have to say that, honestly, I felt less because of using just the thumb, you know, and just kind of resting there. When it was the lock itself, I think I was doing more this and not just pushing. So I want to say I felt a little more of the slight ticks, but knowing the binding order, knowing the solution to each little bind, really puts it in a different perspective, because it makes it a bit easier, you know. I mean, it just does. And once you overset one, boy howdy, it really bites you. But if you manage not to overset it, like number 1, that back one, that standard pin is easy to set. And then it gets a little tougher. And then downright, once you overset it, it becomes downright hard. If you can get past without oversetting, though, I think you can get somewhere with it. There we go. And so, yeah, and also it proves that the more you pick a lock, the easier it gets. And that's number 1. Nonetheless, I hope this proved a little bit of something. It did prove that you can upgrade a lock with a little bit of ingenuity. You can get a hell of an upgrade out of it. It proved that you get near same feel, but the more you pick a lock, the easier it's gonna get, no matter how hard the lock is. So it folds back on to practice, 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 my young pickers. And one day, the student shall outdo the master. Y'all please stay safe. Always stay legit. If you like this video and like what I do here, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And until we meet again, peace.